Hey everybody, it's your pal Ian, and I'm going to tell you what we got wrong on the last two Teal Tinted Glasses podcasts. The reason why for two is it's been a busy little bit, last little while. It's only going to get busier. So let's start with some terrible news. The terrible news, of course, is that there will be no podcast this week, unfortunately. We just couldn't get the schedules to work out properly. There's going to be a ton of people in my house, and with this awesome mic that I have now, picks up everything. And unfortunately, doing the podcast, I don't see a way that we could do it in a way that it wouldn't just pick up a bunch of background noise and be really frustrating for you, the listener. So we're just going to put it on ice this week, and then I'll explain why next week. So speaking of the next podcast that we do, super special guest host Patrick Gackle is going to join us on the show. Super excited about that. One of the cool things about doing a podcast is I get to talk to just a ton of cool people. Say hi to Madison. Which is awesome, but talking to super cool people. Madison, you're killing me. All right. So we get to talk to cool people, and it's really cool to have someone on our show that I actually listen to their podcast every week. I think that's going to be super, super awesome. So let's talk about what we got wrong in the last couple of shows. In show 7, we got a ton wrong. And I had a list on paper somewhere, and I misplaced that paper. So the big thing that I remember getting wrong was we said that Marion Gabrick was drafted first overall in his draft year, and that the Wild were the team. The Wild? Gabrick? Sure, sounds right. This was the team that drafted first overall. It wasn't. It was actually the only expansion team that's drafted first overall was the Atlanta Thrashers, and they did so by... Come here. And they did so by trading to get the pick. It was the Sedin draft. It was the Sedin draft, and there was a bunch of trading going on so that Vancouver could draft both Sedins in the picks, and that's how the Atlanta Thrashers drafted first overall. And they drafted one of the biggest draft busts of the modern era in Patrick Steffen. Patrick Steffen? Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know. Maybe you can do the video for me and tell me what I know and what I don't know. Probably nothing at this point. I really wish I had my notes. Last week, the only thing I got wrong was I said that the Minnesota Wild, I wasn't really sure how many points they finished with. They finished with 100 points. Not really big. Other than that, the last show was probably our best error-free show of all time, which is fantastic. What else can I tell you about? We are expanding the Teal Tinted Glasses website. If you go to tealtintedglasses.com, you know that we post our podcast there. I post these videos there. We're looking for other people that want to post stuff. I think that'd be really cool to have people post their own stuff. Like I explained in the last podcast, I started out just kind of doing these really, really silly. They were silly blogs because they had these ridiculous preambles. And which Monster Hydro is this? Oh, okay. They had these ridiculous preambles, and it was really, I didn't really take it seriously, and then people started telling me I should take it seriously, and then I moved on to a site. Now, I don't get paid at RSEN, but it's still a huge uptick in readership that I've received from it, so I'd like to do that for someone else, because the podcast gets the podcast website, tealtintedglasses.com, gets a ton of hits. So if I could expand and do that for somebody like they've done for me, you don't have to be fantastic at it. I don't consider myself a fantastic writer, to be completely honest with you. The podcast was kind of always my end goal. So you don't have to think like you have to be the super awesome writer. You don't have to be, you just have to want to do it. And if you want to do it, email us, tealtintedglasses@gmail.com, or you can email my personal email address at ian.blogs.sharks@gmail.com, and I will get you set up on the blog to do your own articles. It could be YouTube videos like this. Could be pretty much anything you want, as long as you can post it on the blog, and just take it from there and see if you like it. If you like it, keep writing. If you don't, no harm done. All right. Gonna keep it short this week, so I don't have much more to say. Don't forget, questions for the podcast. We love them, especially come summer. This is going to be what keeps us able to record on a regular basis, is having listener insights. So if you have any emails, anything you want to talk about, if you have anything you want to talk about, see what you've done. tealtitty glasses at gmail.com. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.